Hello Aries and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your monthly reading for July and lots of big changes and internal shifts happening in July. So we have, let's see what card is coming out. We have the Emperor. Oh, I love it. Number 4, focus and stability. This is your major arcana, Aries, the Emperor. Look at this. So you're coming in super strong. There is some big shifts and changes happening. So there are some seeds that are being planted in June that we're starting to see the magical changes occurring in July. Magical. And some of them can be dramatic shifts and changes of direction coming in for you in July. And so you're coming in super strong as the Emperor, focusing on stability. But yet at the same time, I think that there could be one really major shift. Something huge is happening in July for you, Aries. And that could be a huge letting go of one thing in your life and a redirection, a complete redirection to something new. But this new thing feels like it's a blessed change. So Aries, I'm just letting you know that I am using a combination of my intuition, tarot and astrology to do this reading. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button, like, subscribe or share. All of those things help with the growth of the channel. And welcome back to my beautiful Aries subscribers. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you, because we also, the big news happening in July is that Uranus, the planet of change, shifts of perspective, outgrowing anything old, stepping into the new, is moving into a new sign, into Gemini for the first time in our lifetimes. We're going to get a little taste of it in July. And this is making a really, really positive aspect to you, a supporting aspect to make these changes. So we've got what's shifting and changing, Cup 10, Pluto, Pisces. So it does feel like as well that, that there could be a big change to friendships and to relationships coming through for you. So you might notice this big shift, and it may be that you are heading in a whole new direction where you're going to make a whole heap of new friends, or there's a shift in terms of what's going on with your friendship group or with your relationship. So emotionally, it feels like a big shift. But it feels like emotionally you're at the end of a story, and that story could have had its highs, its lows, could have made you happy, but no matter what happened, could have made you sad. But whatever it is, there's an end of an emotional story here, and it feels like you're embarking on a new chapter. It feels, and I love how they keep saying, but you're being you, you're being Aries, you're being the Emperor energy. So that feels really fabulous. It feels really important. And I think it's where you're learning to embrace those people that are meant to be for you and able to move on from those people that you've outgrown in some way or are not meant to be in your world anymore for whatever reason. And that doesn't have to be a permanent thing. You know, people can circle and cycle around, but it feels like you're in a different orbit now. You're orbiting in a different direction, and you might be moving away from some people especially some kind of friendship group. So at the moment, it may feel clouded. It may not feel super clear with this 7 of Cups. The other thing that's happening in July is we are having a Mercury retrograde. So Mercury is actually going to be in your fellow fire sign Leo. So this should be another positive aspect for you. Here you are walking away, emotionally detaching from people or something. Whatever was not feeling right for you, it's this sense of, a real shift of direction coming through here. So Mercury's turning retrograde in Leo, and this might be a really big sense that you're just thinking through this process. It's a big rethink of the direction you're going in, especially how you like to express yourself, how you feel at home with shining your light in the world, where you want to shine the light, and with who. And, do you have like some kind of gift or ability that wants to be seen a little bit more? Is there something that wants to be seen a little bit more in the world that you have to offer? Is it maybe even leadership potential and abilities that are coming through? So we do have Neptune in your sign, and Neptune is retrograding. So is Saturn. Both Saturn and Neptune in your sign are retrograding in July. So that might be this 7 of Cups, which is things are a bit clouded. I'm having a bit of a rethink about how I'm feeling about something or someone. But we're seeing here we come with the Judgment card and the Death card. Wow. big change, absolutely major ending coming in and going off and exploring something new. So Aries, this reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch your 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the fuller picture of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Aries. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading where we can explore where this beautiful page of fire is going in the future, the next steps, going out into the desert, somewhere very new. So, but at the moment with this 7 of Cups, the options may be clouded. So it may be if you've had to make a lot of choices or decisions, or a big choice and decision, it's been hard, or it's just been not the right time to make it. Crossed by the Hierophant. So it may be that you haven't wanted to commit, or haven't been able to commit yet, or you weren't sure about where you want to put your energy, where you want to commit, or who or what you want to commit to. So there's a lot of uncertainty around it as well, because we're seeing in your conscious mind the 2 of Swords, which is feeling a lot of uncertainty. Things aren't clear. There's a lot of Neptunian energy around. So absolutely with the 2 of Swords, feeling very uncertain. And this could be a choice or a direction that you want to be going in. But at the base, we've got this 8 of Cups, and there might be lots of little choices around it as well. Like, there's so many things to consider here. But at the base, deep down, we have this 8 of Cups, and there's something deep inside of you that kind of has already made that choice and decision. It's just a little bit clouded at this moment. And so this retrograde energy can be really good, because it can really help you clarify inside your head and get really clear with where you want to go, because this 8 of Cups is saying, I've tried all these cups, they haven't fulfilled me, there's something missing, and my heart is moving me forward. My heart, deep down, I think your heart has already, or intuitively, the decision's already been made. Something's ready to transform for you on an emotional level. It's like you're ready to expand and grow. There is a challenge for you to grow here. Emotionally, your heart is saying, and intuitively it's saying, go and explore new things. And this 8 of Cups is where you just, going, okay, I just need to leave. I need to leave this space, or emotionally detach from this space or this energy or this relationship. And I need to go searching for something that feels right for me. So in the recent past, we see the 3 of Pentacles. So this is like groups of people, collaborations, energy exchanges with people. But there's something, and it may have felt good. There may have been some good plans with this. It might have felt like things were flowing, but it may not have as well, because there's clouded energy around it. I'm reassessing how I'm feeling about this. And in the near future, the 4 of Cups is kind of like, I don't necessarily want to drink from the cup that's being offered. So it may be that, you're searching for something that wants to feel a bit different, but at the same time, that might not be super clear. So, or it might be really super clear that you don't want to drink from the cup that's been offered by the people, by someone around you, or a situation around you, but you don't know what the alternative is. That might not have come through yet. But either way, the 4 of Cups could be a little bit of funky energy, like just not feeling sure, just feeling a bit like a bit of soul searching in terms of just making this choice and decision, and just really kind of maybe deciding that someone or something is not for you. The character's got the arms crossed and going, I don't know if I'm feeling it anymore. So you're turning up as the Knight of Pentacles, which is a very grounded approach, actually. You're not rushing into this choice and decision, which is the right energy with Neptune in your sign. So, and the Knight of Pentacles wants to make a very practical choice longer term. That's what Saturn's wanting you to do. Something that is good for your spiritual growth. Something where you can step into some kind of commit to something that is longer term, that feels like you're happy to take responsibility for this in your soul growth journey. So the Knight of Pentacles might not necessarily feel like you, Aries. It might feel a little bit like it's very grounded and practical and slow moving approach as you're kind of moving through this new choice, this decision. So the energy surrounding you is this 6 of Swords, and this is the card of moving on, transitioning into somewhere new. So, this might be thinking of moving, you might be thinking of traveling, you might be moving home, moving schools, moving relationships, moving jobs. Just there's a sense of there's opportunities here, like there's this travelator, this moving energy that you can just jump on board that. It's like a river flowing, and you can go, right, if I want to kind of transition and move on from something or someone in my life, I can just jump on that stream and off I go. So it really feels like the Six of Swords is also finding the clarity away from the murky water, and there's opportunity here, but it does require some kind of transition period or movement in order to find that. Hopes and fears, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Again, the sevens, whenever we're in a Mercury retrograde period, the sevens take on, we've got 3 sevens here, so we've got the Seven of Wands as well. They always take on more of a Mercury retrograde type vibe, like a retrograde energy, because they're always about reassessing, rethinking, pivoting, doing something differently. And the Seven of Pentacles is like very thoughtful. So it's like you might have been thinking about this for a while, or you have to think about it because it's a big choice and decision. And it's very thoughtful. It's like, where do I want to invest my energy? Where am I going to invest this seed for my growth? What is the best way to do that in the near future? And you might be reassessing that and pivoting, or just really thinking about what it is that you're doing here. And again, it's turning up as a pentacle. So, I mean, with this earth, it's very grounded, I would say, very, very grounded. So as an outcome, boom, in comes the big guns, judgment and death, and the Page of Wands. So things are not going to remain as they are with judgment and death turning up. There's some kind of announcement that comes through of a heralding of an ending. There's some kind of news, surrender. This is naturally over. It just naturally ended anyway, but it's an irrevocable change. Once you kind of announce it, once you get the message, it's like, that's it, I'm done. And then the beautiful Page of Fire, the Page of Wands goes, well, right, that's over. What else? What's this new exciting thing I've got to explore here? So it goes out exploring in the desert, somewhere very new. We can see new growth coming in, which feels really important. There's new things to discover. And it's a page, so it's a message. You definitely got the message, and it might be about learning or teaching or discovering, very curious energy. And it's just some very exciting new direction that's coming in that you want to explore after a very, very significant ending and irrevocable shift is coming through with it. So the Page of Wands is on its little journey into something very new and exciting, and it feels all fresh and lots of new energy. And so, yeah, it sort of feels like the Death card is like, I've made my decision, and it feels like this is the final decision. There's no going back. And so the overall energy is the Seven of Wands, which again is reassessing how you're going about things. And it may be you might be getting yourself into a better position, or you might be asked to defend your position or your choice here, and reassessing how you're going about something. But the Seven of Wands definitely feels like, I am the Emperor, I am Aries, and I can defend whatever it is, whatever choice or decision that I need to be making here. I am defending this. So that feels like an important energy to come in. So the interesting thing is that the number 4 of the Emperor, focus on stability, is like you're here in a very stable thing. With the Hierophant and the Emperor, there's just something very established in your world already. But in order to find stability, you're knowing that you have to leave that in some way to go searching for the thing that feels right for you, that feels new. There's this knowing that something is definitely over and a big change needs to be embraced. So let's pull an affirmation card for you, Aries, because I feel like you're pretty ready with this. And it actually feels like in terms of the shift and change that's occurring now, I think it's going to really find its momentum early in 2026. So this might be, you're making a big choice and decision, or that you're starting this now, but it's really coming into full force at the start of next year. So let's see what we've got. We've got, I claim my own power and I lovingly create my own reality. So as you are coming in as the Emperor, like that is the first card that came out, whenever your major arcana comes out, it means that you're in your power. And so that's exactly what's coming in, and lovingly create my own reality. I ask for more understanding so that I may knowingly and lovingly shape my world and my experiences. And that's kind of what the Knight of Pentacles is doing, what you're doing, because it's like clouded, not sure, reassessing my options, and really taking the time to work through it until you know that something feels right. So let's see What is coming in? What is the charm coming through for Aries? Let's see. We have, the little dragonfly. So signs, synchronicities, messages from spirit. Dragonflies are a 2-year cycle. So what you're doing now might have a very significant energy over the next 2 years for you. And so definitely it's the element of air, the dragonfly. It flits around. It's very quick. So your mind might be all over the shop for a little bit, or there's just a lot going on, very active mind. We have, like I said, Uranus moving into Gemini, the sign that represents our mind, who we communicate, what we're learning, how we're learning, what we're teaching, what we're thinking, how we're even laughing and enjoying life. That can come through with Gemini energy as well. So it feels like your mind is going to be this flexibility of your mind is going to be really important, but also there's this sense of being open to the messages from spirit. So yeah, that's your reading, Aries. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. We see that beautiful Page of Wands is so excited. It's leaving death behind, and the Judgment card, it's moved out of a cycle that is definitely over into something very new and exciting. And like I said, it's kind of got a bit of a 6-month period around this new thing. So we're going to explore that in the extended reading. What are the next steps for this Page of Wands, finding itself in this beautiful desert with growth and something new and exciting? And where is this all going? What other information, soul messages, or just intuitive messages does that beautiful Page of Wands need to know? What do you need to know moving forward here, Aries? So we're going to explore all of that in the extended reading. Love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. I usually pin the link to the comments as well. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments. All of that helps with the growth of the channel. And take care, Aries.